everybody? It's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode, one of my favorite distilleries of all time, reviewing one of their LE releases from 2024 that they're going to do again in 2025, and I know it's already 2025, and I'm reviewing this, so sorry. Big shout out to Ken Wicker. Thank you, sir. Always a long-time supporter of the channel. He sent us a sample of Bookers Reserves 2024. So, everyone's like, Bourbon Bill, you gotta try that Bookers Reserves. We're gonna do it tonight. And we're gonna do that in comparison with an introduction to my new series. Is it better than Knob Creek 12 Bourbon? This would be my new standard. Look, we dressed up for this shit tonight, alright? It's for all of you. So look, we used to do Is It Better Than Rare Breed Bourbon. Go watch those. Great videos. Rare Breed used to be under $50 hairs. It's kind of creeping up past that now. This used to be like 60 MPA. Now it's 72. Everything's going up. You know, inflation. Damn. But regardless of the price, this sucker here was $58 hairs at Costco, New Mexico. So keep that in mind. So good deals are still out there to be had on the old Knob Creek 12. But this is still a double-digit age-dated product, 100 proof. So it's a good proof. It's not barrel proof. It's not 90, it's not 80, it's 100, you know, okay. But good age on this, and these are relatively findable. I get, maybe not every store has Knob Creek 12, but it's relatively findable. Now, in comparison, Bookers Reserves was $130 hairs. Like, oh, gosh, double Knob Creek 12. Age statement on Bookers Reserves was 8 years, 2 months, and 12 days to be very specific. Proof was 125.9 proof. You compute 62.95% alcohol by volume. So there you go. Nearly double the price. You know, age 8 versus 12. But the proof, 25.9 proof higher than the 12. So, Rita poured these up for me blind. We got a gold and we got a clear. Now, I don't know. We can't see the color differences, but I don't know that we'd be able to tell. Maybe not from them. Both from Beam. We'll see how things go here. And you'll know on the screen through the magic of editing which is which. Alright, first up in the gold, let's give it a nosing. Man, does that smell good. Caramel, brown sugar, some oak coming through. Man, I'm digging the nose. Oh yeah, quintessential Knob Creek Beamish profile. A little bit of nuttiness on there. Down the hatches. Oh my God, is that good. Wow, that's delicious. Delicious. Pretty proofy, that's probably the Bookers Reserve. Unless I don't know. I don't think 100 would feel that spicy to me. It is fairly smooth though. It's like liquid silk, and then the proof comes on at the very end, but man, is that good. It's got oak. It's got the caramels. It's got the nuttiness that if you like Bookers, you know. It's on there. Pretty good stuff. It's what all Bookers should be, honestly. You know, look, is it $20, $30 better than regular Bookers? Yeah, regular Bookers is alright, but this to me has a little bit more age to it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I mean, we'll find out in a second. But I'm surprised at how oaky it tastes at only 8, knowing that most Bookers is like 7, 7-ish years old. It doesn't taste that oaky. So that's interesting to me. Alright, in the clear. I'm guessing this is Knob Creek 12. We're going to find out. On the nose. Good Lord, does that smell good though too. A wall of well-seasoned oak, brown sugar, caramels. There's almost like a hint of cherry or like fruit here, but I think it's just like the sweet well-aged oak. It's not as nutty to me as the other one. Wow, down the hatch. Oh, hold up. Oh, the horses. Man. Oh, that feels like the Knob Creek 12. Gotta say, it's way oakier. Now, this bottle is one of my favorite bottles of Knob Creek 12 ever. I've had like 6 or so of them in total over the years. This one just feels older than some of them. So, your mileage may vary. There's batch variances on these, But this one is just the sweet aged oak is gone for days with the nice caramels and brown sugars. And there's like there's a hint of something fruity in there. Gotta say, I really dig the profile on that. Back to the gold. Now, see, coming back, now that we went on the clear there, which I believe is a 12, this doesn't smell as oaky anymore. You know, it's just got the fruits and the caramels. Winner for my palate tonight is the clear, which is the Knob Creek 12. I was right. So Knob Creek 12 takes down the 2024 Bookers Reserves. Look, a lot of people are going to hate me on that because they went out and bought the Bookers Reserves for $130 and they love it. And that's okay. I think the Bookers Reserves is great. I think if you're a fan of Bookers and you're used to spending $100 a bottle on a bottle of Bookers, Bookers Reserves is a step above. So in that essence, it's worth $20 to $30 more than you were paying for Bookers. I agree. The question is Bookers overpriced? The answer is yes. Especially when Knob Creek 12 is like half price. Half price. And it's, you know, it's a higher age statement. Of course, it doesn't carry the proof, but this particular bottle, killer. The aged oak is phenomenal. It does outshine for my palate if you like the well-aged good oak and the older stuff. It outshines the Bookers Reserves a little. For me, Bookers Reserves is still a buy. I'm going to give it a B+ rating from Bourbon Bill because it is very good. It's just the price that holds it back a little bit. I think if that was a standard Bookers at $100, we're talking win all day long, and then that would be an A+. I give it an A+ at that point. But the fact that it's not, that's the only thing that bothers me there. Now, that's not all, folks. Big shout out to Dave Vogel saying I saved a little bit, Dave, of his sample of the Little Book Infinite Edition 1 from 2024, 119.3 proof. This sucker was $200 and ranged from 7 to 20 years old. So, whoa! So proof a little bit lower, age a little bit higher in terms of the age, right? Price also higher by about $70 more. $200 for this. Little Book Infinite on the nose. Oh, it's got a well-aged oak component to it. Man, it just smells like an older bourbon. Here's the Bookers Reserves. The Bookers Reserves is like brighter, livelier, more youthful, if you will, but it doesn't, you know, has no youth notes to it. Don't get me wrong, okay? But it's very good. But I gotta give the nose to the Little Book Infinite because of the extra age on it. All right, Little Book Infinite, down the hatch. Oh. That is phenomenal. Man, I love that. Knob Creek 12, just for the heck of it. You know, the Knob Creek 12 still hangs. Gotta say, this particular bottle at least. I think, though, that the Little Book Infinite, to me, tastes very similar to the Knob Creek 12, except it's a 119 proof version of the Knob Creek 12, right? So, it's a Knob Creek 12 cask, if you will, but a blend of 7 to 20, so it's not. But, you know, there you go. I think the Little Book Infinite is going to be better than this Bookers. I prefer the Little Book Infinite over the Bookers, but caveat only because of the well-aged oak on the Little Book Infinite. That's it. If you're not an oak guy, and you don't have to have that well-seasoned oak, that doesn't mean a lot to you, you'd be wrong. But if it doesn't mean a lot to you, you know, the Bookers is a better buy. Okay, it's 130 versus 200. It's complex, it's delicious, just doesn't have that well-aged oak component that the Little Book Infinite has. That's it. I prefer the well-aged oak. So there you go. Oh, heck, why not? This is Little Book Chapter 8. In the mini. I did a full review on this bad boy. This is a Burr Rye. So this one was 18-year-old bourbon, an 11-year-old rye, and then like 4, 5, and 7-year-old ryes mixed in. Killer bottle, although it didn't place very well in my top ryes of the year. But tonight, how will it do on the nose? Man, just immediately delicious. Like obviously this is very much a rye. Even though there's a 14-year-old bourbon in it, it very much drinks like an older rye. Very fruity rye spice. Fruit cocktail down the hatch. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Alright, that's about 150 doll hairs for that bottle compared to the Bookers Reserves. I like it better than the Bookers Reserves, but again, you gotta like rye. What we can say without a doubt is that Beam hit it out of the park for 2024. Little Book Chapter 8, one of the best Little Book chapters in a long time. Bookers Reserves, brand new release, killer. One of the best Bookers in a long time. Little Book Infinite, again, new release in the Little Book chapter. Killed it. It's pretty damn good. Is the pricing high? Sure. It is. But you know what? They ain't gouging your ass like Wild Turkey is. At the end of the day, they ain't. So if you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you again next time. Have a good evening, everybody.